Hi everyone, I'm just going to do a little video on how to remove a hood from a Silver Cross pram. I know that sometimes it looks a bit tricky and people are confused about what actually is needed to take it off. So this video will cover taking off the hoods for a Silver Cross Balmoral, Kensington, Silver Stream, basically any Silver Cross Coachbuilt pram that was made after about 1970. So the first thing that we need to do is put the hood in the down position using the hood arms here. As you can see, the hood's now folded flat, and this means that the fabric is a little bit looser around here. Now, a lot of people think that you remove the hood by unscrewing or screwing these. This one's actually quite stiff, so I won't be able to show you. But that's not the case. This is just a canopy knob, and it's used to tighten on a sun canopy if need be. The way to actually remove the hood is if you go just next to the canopy knob and you lift this bit of fabric back, you'll reveal a screw there, and there's one on each side. So all you do is take a crosshead screwdriver and carefully remove that screw. Now when you remove it, please be sure to have either you hold on to the hood here or get somebody else to do it for you, because sometimes the hood can suddenly slip down and you wouldn't want it to scratch your paintwork. So I've unscrewed the screw completely on the other side, and what I'm going to recommend is that once you've actually unscrewed the screw, you remove it right out so that it's completely out of the pram and just pop it inside. And this is because for the next step, we're going to slide the hood backwards off the pram, and you wouldn't want the screws to scratch it. So it's a really simple motion. All you do, hold on, I'm trying to show you with one hand, is pull the hood backwards like that, backwards towards the end of the pram, and then it will just slip off. So now the hood's off. You can see here on the bottom edge of the hood there's two of these little sort of nubbins, and they slide into it's really hard to see because the pram's navy. There you go, two little holes on the end of the pram, the opposite end to the handle, and that's what holds it in place just there. So now you can see how to remove the hood. Now, as I say, this would work for any Silver Cross pram of this style, so Balmoral, Kensington, etc. They're all the same type of fitting, although the Kensington hoods are smaller. So if you were wanting to remove the hood to clean it, or replace it with a newer version if your one wasn't in very good condition, to put the hood back on, all you do is follow the steps but in reverse. It is helpful to have two of you, especially if it's a new hood, because sometimes they can be a little bit tight. So you would put the hood on. Make sure it's into the two little nubbins that I showed you at the opposite end to the handle of the pram, and then it's helpful if you can get somebody to hold it for you, whilst you or the other person screws the screws back in. Now I will just show you, because there's a little bit of a trick to this. When you put the screws back in, the best thing to do, hold on, if I can just show you. So this is the hole that you're left with. Now on the inside of this, there's actually a thread, and that's kind of riveted onto the inside of the pram. If you try and force the screw back in, you can actually pop the thread part on the inside of the pram off, and if you do that, it's really tricky to then start trying to fix it back on or replacing it and things like that. They can snap, especially if the pram's actually older, if it's not such a new model. So my trick would be to make sure that you get the hole in the side of the hood really well lined up with the screw hole in the pram, and also, if it's not going in, don't force it. You obviously need to maneuver the screw around a little bit, or it should go on really easily. So if it's not, then don't force it. Even if it takes two or three of you to try and sort of hold it and wiggle it and push it and this kind of thing to make sure it's exactly lined up, then do that, because if you pop that thread off, it really makes it such a bigger job than what originally it would have been. So thank you for watching that video. If there's anything that wasn't clear, please feel free to leave a comment and I'll try and clear that up for you. Thank you.